All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Wrestling _ Hip Hop Podcast. This is Poe from PoePoliticking.com. I'm here with the Honorable Malcolm Phlex. How you doing, bro?
Outstanding, Poe. Thanks for having me on here, man. Look, hip hop and wrestling. I was like, what a better show to come on. I appreciate you for having me on here.
Yeah, I see you rocking the what's it you got? You got a Kango? That's a Kango?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the Kango. You know, I wanted to get my what was his name? Pac on right now. The artist, the Spanish artist, Pasco. I always forget his name. I can never pronounce it correctly. But yeah, I know those Spaniards, so that's what I do in the ring. I create art. So I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and start rocking this around right now.
Are you talking about Picasso?
Picasso, thank you.
Yeah.
I always mess up his name.
I would say so. Are you? I see. Cause I was looking at your Instagram. It says honorable. So are you Muslim?
So when you think about honorable, you got
Honorable
humility,
Elijah Muhammad.
exactly. But you got the honor. The judges are honorable. You know what I mean? Judges in the court, they're the honorable judge, right? Everyone forgets that. Even over in Africa or any other country, the government, they're honorable. And then people don't realize that, and everyone always goes straight to Muslim. I have studied Islam. I've studied Christianity, but to tie down to one religion, no. I am a free spirit. I believe in energy. I believe that I'm in a body. I am not a body. So I believe that religion is something. It's a life guide. It really is a life guide. No matter what you look at it, you know. I didn't mean to go on a tangent about religion, but yeah.
That's what's up. So I was gonna ask you, but at the same time, I do see like a lot of like African, like you got a lot of African, what they call Africanism or whatever. But I see a lot of African in your pose, like the colors, your outfit. So I see you representing.
Yeah. So my great grandfather escaped slavery back in Alabama, way back when. He stole from his slave master, took that money and built a church in Tampa. It's still up today. It's called Wells Temple. Yeah, and so what I did when I found that out, I was like, oh man, that's fantastic. I mean, it's like he knew what was up. He wanted to get out. He wanted to start a new life. So it was like, okay, I want to do the same thing. So I started doing some more research on where we come from, you know, and there was down in the Caribbean. We come from the Caribbean. And my grandma Beatrice, she would take battered women and do an underground railroad coming up from Florida all the way up to New York. And so what I did with that, I was like, man, I come from a lineage of people that wanted to help people, wanted to serve people and make better life. So I was like, how do I take on that mantle? You know what I mean? So just going back and doing the research, I said to myself, you know, I'm going to be proud of who I am. I'm going to show that, hey, let this family cloth here. This is where we come from. Just starting something now that's tradition and it's shared with everyone. It's like, come on, hear our story. We want to be that inspiration, that motivation that you can achieve anything that you want to do as long as you have proper planning and preparation to do so. It really had nothing to do with wrestling. It's me, you know what I mean? It's my family. And then, you know, everybody's family, everyone's human, everyone's it's all one love, you know, and it's like that African. I love it.
So where you from?
Originally, Newburgh, New York. My father got us out of there. He joined the military, and
what branch?
Army.
Okay, I was in the Marines.
Oh, nice. You was in the Marines, you know.
Yeah, I got it. Always Marine. Yeah. But no, I'm saying I ain't in it now. 2000, 2004. But yeah, I actually work in the now, so I'm still like helping the vets and shit.
Absolutely. Yeah, I got to travel the world. I loved it. And then 7th grade, I came back over to from Germany to Washington State. And then went to college out in North Carolina, moved out back home, you know, started a family, moved back home, came down to Oregon because I've always wanted to wrestle. I always did all my backup plans first. I was always did what I was told. Like I always wanted to wrestle since I was 6 years old. You know what I mean? And when I moved to America, I thought you had to go to WWE, WCW, but I watched all the other wrestlers go, hey, you have to go do this, you have to go do this, and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to be a football player, so I didn't get into wrestling. Or you have to go play basketball, you had to go do something else, right? So I didn't get right into wrestling. I didn't do the research. All I would do is like watch wrestling. I'm legally blind too, by the way, so I didn't watch a lot of wrestling growing up. So
what you mean by you legally blind?
So I can't see your face right now.
For real?
If you see me looking off at the distance, the light's reflecting, and I'm trying to. I can see your face on the bigger screen over here.
So what happened when you how you wrestle like that?
Dude, I can see figures.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't.
Was you born with that, or is something happened like?
I have astigmatism, keratoconus. Just went through surgery and everything. So I try to look at this. It's like can I see your face? Can I see your face? Can I see? I can't even see the words on this TV on this laptop right now.
Wow.
But I mean, we work. That's what I'm saying. We work through everything.
That's amazing.
We work through everything. We can achieve anything. And it's like, so I went ahead and did all my backup plans, because it was like, okay, fine, I need to go to college. You know, so I went to college. I went to LC, Livingstone College, out in Salisbury, North Carolina. I played football out there too.
What position you play? You play linebacker or D line?
Nah, fullback. I played safety, strong safety in high school, and I always wanted to be a running back. My father had a scholarship to go to Florida State back in the day, but he chose to do the military thing instead, because he had a family. Started a family young. So I forgot where I was. See, I'm over here looking at you over there hitting that pin right now. I'm like, pass it on, man. Look.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was asking you. You kind of talked about your athletic background. So all you played football. You play other sports.
So I played football. I played basketball. I didn't play basketball. I played AAU basketball. Okay. I didn't go any further than that. I only played basketball because my little brother liked basketball, and it was good for conditioning.
So So let us know about your how did you become a fan of pro wrestling?
Like I said, I back when I was 6 years old, man, I got hit by a car in Germany on the Autobahn. It hit me going about 60 miles an hour. I popped right back up.
Was in the car?
Yeah, no, I was walking. Damn. So I always say this. I know I'm touched by God, energy, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I what have you? Because at 6 years old, I popped right back up. I might have been 6 or 7. Popped right back up because I was like, I gotta go to school. There was there was a teenager there with me, and she was standing there. She used to come there every day, and I was talking to her in German, and I was like, auf Wiedersehen, and I was across the street. Car came, boom. I rolled a couple times, popped back up, hopped up. It was like, I got to go to school. My hip was out of place. I didn't even know it. Walked to the bus and sat down on the bus like I got to go to school. Bus driver just takes me to the school. I sit down, wait for my mother. And so I had to go home for a week. And that's when I believe I saw they wouldn't let me do anything. I had to sit there and not move around. And that's where I saw WrestleMania. And that's where I fell in love, because it's like, you're not going to tell me what I can and cannot do. Like, I want to get up and I want to move around. Like, I'm six years old. I popped right back up. You know what I mean? Like, nothing can stop me right now. Like, I get hit by a car at 6 years old. My hips out of place. It's like, let's go. But I, just watching the figures on the TV, they were larger than life. It was like, what do you want to do? You want to go be a lawyer, a doctor? You want to work a 9 to 5, or do you want to go wrestle around and get all that energy from the crowd to get you going and just prove to everybody and be that the spotlight that you were seeing all those other guys, the different messages that the characters were telling, the different emotions that were displayed. I mean, I fell in love with all of that, and to get into it, and then the business, I'm like, man, I'm living the dream.
So who were some of your favorite wrestlers growing up?
So growing up, this is growing up as a kid. My views have changed since coming in, but I used to love. I'm not saying used to. I still love them. Don't get me wrong. Snuka, Snuka jumping off the cage and everything. It was like, oh, what's this? Piper, Ron Simmons. Everyone's like, look, we're safe here, right? We're on a hip hop show, right?
Yeah.
Everyone, look, I say, everyone's like, oh man, like every time I was asked, like, your favorite wrestler, I was like, man, Hulk Hogan. Like he was the one that was like, beside what he said, whatever, he's like, oh man, he was a racist or whatever. I'm like, bro, like, but what he did in wrestling, that's what I'm looking at as far as wrestling and how it affected me as a child. Right, yeah. How it shaped my views. Right,
it's like I can't maniac, but not no more. But I was shit. That's probably the main reason I got into wrestling, because of him. But that shit,
right,
it did hurt me though when I heard that shit. I was like, damn. I was like, oh, like shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. It's like when you do your history, you already know what it is, right? We know what it is, and I'm glad what's happening was happening now. But it's
then I would take up for Hogan by saying, man, when people be pillow talking, everybody probably say some crazy shit sometimes. So I guarantee he's probably not he didn't know he was where he was, like somebody was courting him while he just got having sex. So you gotta keep that in perspective, because that wasn't right. Like you shouldn't be recording somebody in those intimate moments like that. So because I'm pretty sure everybody says something fucked up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I'm like me. I ain't shit. You listen to that's my wife. She might, it might sound like I'm saying race shit to her, but that was a personal place. So that dude that did that shit and recorded it and put it out there, that was messed up.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
he just said that on national TV in front of everybody. He said that in the bedroom with that girl, and you recording it and shit. So that wasn't right.
Right. Yeah. And I get so much flack for that. And it's like, you know what? I can't help it. Like that was one of those things where you see him build body slamming Andre the Giant. And then later when you get older, it's like, that wasn't the first time. He had actually done it long before that. But, over in Germany, we didn't have anything else. Like I didn't even know about the Indies. I didn't know about the Indies until 2009.
So you missed out on all the territories?
No. So yes, I missed out on all the territories. I had to go back and do it. I have like a DVD case full of Portland wrestling and the Mid-South, Memphis wrestling and all. So I have all the DVDs, and I've gone through it and watched them. Like Jerry King Lawler, I was like, man, I want to be a king. Like,
he was a king. He was really
yeah.
But you talking about Hulk Hogan, man? You ever saw one come out and slam Andre the Giant?
Yeah.
He slammed the shit out of Andre the Giant. I did not know Kamala was that strong. He just straight slammed him. Like,
right.
So how did you end up? So let us know how you actually, became a wrestler. Like, what training did you go through? How long did you train?
So I trained down at in Salem, WCWC. I was working in security one day, and I was talking to someone. I think The Rock was coming back in 2009 to WrestleMania, and I was like, "Oh man, Rock's back! Oh, I want to go watch that or something." I was like, I want to do that. I was like, I've been wanting to do it. I just haven't found a way to do it. And one of my buddies there, he said, "Oh, I know a guy who trains people. He's been on WWE and everything." I was like, "Say what?" And that was from the word go. It was like, all right, I reached out to this guy. So he wasn't in he showed up. His name was Dave Hollenbach. So he showed up as an extra. His name is Havoc. So he's up here in the Pacific Northwest. I think he traveled over to New York for a while. But he showed me how to protect myself in the ring. And he also is a master trainer for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He just got trained for that. So, he showed me a couple of things while I trained. I trained for him about 2 years. And then I went to train down in West Coast Wrestling Connection with the grappler, Lynn Denton, from Portland Wrestling. You know, Mid South. You see him choked out Junkyard Dog. So yeah,
I would say, man, I don't know if nobody told you this, but man, you kind of it was one outfit you had on like a blue singlet, whatever you call it, but you remind me, you look like Ice Train a little bit.
Yeah. So let me tell you about a rib from that. So when I first got it done, I was a big Bret Hart mark as well. And so what I was doing when I was creating that outfit and that look, you know, my body's my temple. So what I was doing, I put the columns down on the side. And so when you look at the gear, the purple is Bret Hart's black. The teal is his pink, you know, and the silver is white. So that's what I did with it.
So and Ice Train.
No. And I tell you to tell you this because the rib's coming. Because I got a kick out of it. Everyone else was like, "Oh man, I can't believe they did you like that," but I was like, whatever. So I'm got it freshly made, tailored, and everything. You know, I say tailored. I had a seamstress. He's still making my gear to this day, and I'm like, man, I want to go ahead and wear this. I don't know any better, right? I'm thinking, yeah, this is the gear I'm going to wear. I still haven't developed character or anything yet with these guys, and they're like, yeah, hey. You know what? Make sure you bring the gear with you to the next show. We're doing TV. He's like, make sure you bring the gear to the next show. So I come. I'm thinking I'm about to work TV. You know, I worked TV a couple times, and I'm like, all right, cool. And this is me as a trainer, training as I'm learning and developing. And they go, oh man, we don't have anything for you. Hey, but I mean, you're all geared up and everything. I mean, it looks sweet on you. Hey, can you go do snow cones for us? I mean, it looks good. Like it's inviting and everything. Yeah. hey, I was like, you know what? I was like, I'll wear that. I'll wear that because I looked at it. The people say like hazing, whatever you say, and I mean, it could have been whatever. I just knew that I can only control how I was going to react because I've been hot tempered. I didn't want anything to affect my progress. You know what I mean? And being, you know, respectful and lashing out to these people. Now, if there was anything ever morally wrong, I would always speak up. But like little hazing stuff, I'd be like, all right, whatever, man. Like, do what you got to do. Like, I was in the Navy myself. I was a CB. So I was like, I've been there. I've traveled the world. I all these little games. It's like, hey, just teach me how to wrestle. Like that's all I want to do. Just teach me how to wrestle so we can move on. I was like, let's go make some money, and yeah, let's go. Let's make history.
And then you was talking about. I kind of want you to talk about a little bit more, but I think you mentioned Portland wrestling, but I know it has a lot of history because I want to say I know Piper came from over there.
Piper.
So can you name some of them? Yeah.
Piper, Buddy Rose. I know you want big names. Like there's so many good people that have come out of here. You know, 4 Minutes of Heat is out here. Look, 4 Minutes of Heat. They're not 4 Minutes of Heat anymore. Who's else?
Yeah, what they changed their name or something?
Yeah, they changed their name down in Hollywood.
Or what's their name now?
Midnight Heat.
Yeah, I think that 4 Minutes Heat. That shit sound better than me. That shit sound hard. I like that name. It kind of remind me of you remember 3 Minute Warning? You remember it was back in the day, it was Eric Bischoff when he was on Raw. It was like, I guess if you having a match and if he get to 3 minutes and that should be boring, all of a sudden it was Umaga and Rosie. And they just come out and whoop your ass.
I must have missed that.
It was called 3 Minute Warning. So right when like they'll be counting down, it was like when whenever Eric Bischoff was in WWE. So it was like right when the match, like you'll count to 3 minutes. And if you weren't doing shit or you didn't win that match by 3 minutes, they just come out and whoop your ass. It was Umaga, and you remember Rosie, right?
No, see that was that point where I was out living life, not watching TV,
maybe
not doing it. No, college around that time when Bischoff was in there. Yeah,
but go back and watch that one though, because it was like Umaga before he was Umaga. Like he wasn't Umaga yet. He was It was like, you remember Rose, because Rosie's like his cousin or something, but it was Manga and Rosie. It's called 3 Men and 1, and man, they were beating people ass.
I know him. I know him. Manga come. I know who he is.
Because Rosie's the one that I think they had him with Shannon Hims a little bit. Like he was Shannon Hims' like little sidekick for a minute when Shannon Hims was doing the I forgot that superhero he was doing.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I would say shit. So how would you describe Malcolm? You kind of was describing yourself the whole interview, but how would you describe
the whole interview?
Yeah, how would you describe Malcolm Phlex to the fans?
Man, humble. Look, and that's the thing, man. I hate talking about myself, man. Like, and it's all about building value. Like, I'm here to help out any and everybody, man. Like, there's so many times I'm sitting there just listening to confessions. There's so many things that I've heard that I keep close to my heart. There's so many. When I say confessions, I'm just listening to people's problems, issues, and helping them work towards it. I have my own issues that I have to deal with, as we all do. But man, just humble, honest, caring. At the same time, it's like, don't be fooled by my sunny disposition, because like, if you cross me, I'm not going to be the nicest person. I'm very direct as well, and I'm learning how to how do you say, soften up for people. But
yeah, I think that's my problem too, because then you too sharp with your tongue. Like, I just say yeah, I get that.
No, and that's that. I want to say that's that God in you. You want to just get to the point and just then go with it. Like that's me though. I've been pushed. I've been through so much. I have a lot of patience, but then I don't have. It depends on my mood for the day. So you describe Malcolm Phlex. I mean, strong, powerful.
So do you work out? How often do you work out?
About 4 days a week right now. Just with the whole COVID thing going on, man. I have a son who's a diabetic. It's hard for me to go out like that and like take that risk. Yeah, but I still go out there usually at later time with the mask on, everything. I've just changed my workout. I got
what kind of workout you doing anyway?
What's that?
What kind of workout you do?
Oh, right now, power lift. Oh, no, I'm doing powerlifting for chest right now. I just stopped doing heavy with my legs because it was just like, why am I lifting heavy right now? I don't need to lift this heavy. But bench.
Yeah, I would say too, man. It seemed like because I went to pro wrestling tryout. Like I did it for one of my birthdays, like probably like 2 or 3 years ago. Right. But it seemed like it's kind of like a lot of body weight. So if you're really strong with calisthenics, it seemed like you wouldn't have to even lift weights a lot. But I'll just ask you.
So yes and no. Like you're gonna have to lift guys up, right? The people are gonna be trying to pin you down. You're trying to get people off of you. So yeah, you're gonna need to get some strength in there, and that calisthenics is gonna stay with you, right? It's always gonna stay with you. It's like the weights, you lose it. Like I can go lift weights and I'll lose that. Yeah, but I'll never lose the calisthenic stuff, right? So that's why I go down to Impact Jiu-Jitsu down here in Kaiser with my trainer Buddha. The kids call him Maui because he's Polynesian. But Buddha, he's also a boxer. So I go and I spar with him also, especially for win. That way it's like, okay, I got somebody to work out with. I know he doesn't have COVID or whatever. And it's just us in that room to where now I have somebody there to push me as well. We're actually going down. I'm meeting with him today. We got to shoot a commercial for his gym down there for young Zeke and his Cali Nick aid. He's a hip hop artist under Snoop Dogg Crew Entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to holler at me then.
Yeah. I'm trying to get down there.
I'll holler at him.
What's that?
I said, or send me his link and I'll holler at him. But
yeah, absolutely.
I was gonna ask you. So can you tell me, like, describe your move set to people, and then how did you come about making your move set?
Move set, man. It's just whatever works. Really, it was like whatever's working at the time, whatever the crowd's responding to, right? Whatever my flexibility is allowing me to do. It's how I come up with it. So we just try out things in the ring. And I would look at my movements in jiu-jitsu. I would look at my movements in boxing. I would look at my movements in Muay Thai, and I would try to mimic that into wrestling because I didn't want to be stuck when I'm doing my powerlifting, not being able to move. So I have to be limber and and cross train basically, right? So move set, power moves. I'm pretty strong. I'm naturally strong.
Do you
so
do
I do a lot of power moves.
You do the body, like the one like this, like you know how you do the I forgot what they call it, but like when you body slam, but you pick on it like this.
Gorilla press.
Yeah. My bad. You do that one?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah, I can see you doing that one. Unless I already do, you probably do that one.
Yeah, I did that on the last show up in Idaho. It looked funny when I look back on it, because my tag partner Troy Prescott, I picked him up after we had just crotched 4 minutes of heat on the turnbuckle. So I picked him up here, and so Troy's about 6'4", and he's lanky. So I'm picking him up here, and his legs are just dangling like this. I was like, why did I even do that? Like, this dude, man, I was like, I should have had him do something to me.
So what's your finisher right now?
Right now it's the spear. Okay. I do have this variation of the spine buster that I like to call 40 acres and a mule.
I like that.
Yeah. They just go up for a ride.
I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between a spear and a gore.
The intensity. So the intensity, the gore is the rhino, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the intensity. How does it make you feel? You know what I mean?
I'm like, why I think he just changed the name, but I was like, it's the same to me.
But yeah, here's the thing: it's a tackle. You know what I mean? Like, I played football too, so I mean, it just made sense. You know,
so he kind of. I remember, so he kind of went away from because I remember the first. You remember Hacksaw Jim Duggan had the little tackle, but they kind of made it. It ain't the same as this move no more because he was just hitting you and you flipping. But then now they got the spear and it's more like a tackle.
Right.
Well, I guess Hacksaw Jim Duggan wasn't wrapping up.
No. So yeah, that's. I mean, I play ball, so that was the thing. It's like it's natural. Like, I try to do things that complement, you know, my strength, my agility, and my flexibility.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, have you went through any other finishers, or that was your only finisher so far?
No, there's. I mean, when we talk about finishers, I mean, any move can be a finisher. You know, I don't have anything set in stone really. Like, I finish people with spears. You know what I mean? Or, you know, a tackle. But nothing. Like, I mean, I believe I can do anything to anybody to win the match. So nothing set yet. I'm on the rise. Look, I'm on the rise right now. You know what I mean? Like, we got to get Malcolm Phlex name out there, you know, so we can see what variations we can put in there, you know?
Then I said too, so now you also reminded me of because he gave us a drop, so I'm gonna shout him out. But the Godfather, you remember when he came back they had him as I had his name right here. He came back as you remember he was Kama, the Supreme Fighting Machine back in the day?
Yes.
So that's what you remind me of when you was naming all because you said you do jiu-jitsu and boxing and, you know,
all of it. All
that together. That's cool.
Yeah. Try.
Are you a boxing fan?
Not really. Like I said, I don't know if so I didn't watch a lot of TV growing up. I was always outside. I was always, you know, playing sports. So I didn't watch a lot of TV. Look, in the church. So I didn't watch a lot of TV, mainly because of my eyesight. You know, I sit there and I try to watch it, and I'll get a headache. Like, you know, I'm sitting there. I usually clown people for wearing glasses inside, like sunglasses and everything. And it's like, well, I have to, because I now am getting these headaches, and like, I don't want to do anything with these migraines that I keep getting because I have to sit there and squint at the screen. You'll see me doing one of these numbers here. And then think about that, me walking around like that, trying to see people's faces, and they thinking I'm mugging them.
I know, right? So do you take anything for that, or you just gotta deal with it?
So I dealt with it most of my life. I've been handicapping myself by not. I wouldn't tell people about it either, but I've been handicapping myself by not telling people so that they understand where I'm coming from. Because that's why I am so direct. Is like I need you to get this, and then I'm off doing something else. Right? I need to get this. So I just had this surgery called. I always forget. I have to say light therapy, cross linking. Thank you. Where they drop droplets in my eye for 30 minutes, and then for another 30 minutes they're doing droplets for every minute with a UV light. It takes 3 months to heal, and this same one with this one. It takes about 3 months to heal. So about April now, thank the Lord. Um, we got contacts on the 5th. I get fitted for them.
Yeah, it's because actually my stepson, he's 13 and he has a problem with his eyes too. So I don't be knowing. Sometimes I'm like, should I just get him to live life and just work around it, or should I give him the surgery? But I mean, he can shoot basketball, so I'm like, well, if he's shooting basketball, it can't be too bad. And I'm throwing the football, he catching the football, so I'm like,
nah.
it can't be that bad.
So the thing is, and that's the thing people don't understand. So for me, it's focus. You know what I mean? I can't see what your eyes are, what story your eyes are telling. I can't see if you're smiling or not until you like show me teeth. So with me, I could do all those things too, but I also had a fumbling problem. I also sometimes I wasn't as accurate, shooting and everything because of my eyesight. And so, we have to put in twice the effort on top of the 3 times the effort we're already putting in. You know what I mean? So it's people don't understand. Like me telling someone, they're thinking I'm playing. Hey, I really can't see you right now.
I'm saying, how do you see the how I was messaging you on Instagram? You can see that stuff.
This is why I'm not on Instagram like that. We're ready.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's me.
Right.
And then so the lighting messes with me. So I just don't deal with it. Same with sitting there trying to read a book. So I do a lot of audiobooks. Yeah.
I like audiobooks myself anyway, better than the books.
Yeah, it's just something about reading the book, eyes to the book, hands on the book, listening to the book. You're getting all of those 3 things. You know what I mean? I know I say I'm not religious, but I'm, like I said, it's ingrained in me as my foundation. When you think about the Trinity, the 3, everything that works in 3s. You got hear no ear and see no evil, speak no evil, right? Like everything's connected. Everyone doesn't understand like everything, no matter where we go. We just have to help navigate that stuff.
All right, man. Let's talk hip hop. What's your top 5 right now?
Well, I knew that was coming, and I was sitting there thinking about it. If we're talking right now, or we're talking about also right now,
yeah,
right now, Jay-Z, we Kendrick, top 5. See, I didn't get that far. Right now, dang. Who else do I listen to right now? Because I play Jay-Z all day long. Like if I'm in the car, I'll play Jay-Z. I usually listen to hip hop for the Cypher.
I would say, what do you mean the Cypher?
When you think about hip hop, but when I think of hip hop, or art in general, there's always a message, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I sit there and I listen for the message that's in the street. I mean, you think about it. There's always a message in this. Come on, sugar on my tongue. She's gonna. What are we talking about?
Oh
no, do you know that song from CeeLo? No, not CeeLo. Trick Daddy.
Oh, Trick Daddy probably talking about some fucking or something. Trick Daddy, you know that sugar. He talking about a girl. I thought on this song, wasn't he?
That's what he wants you to believe, right? To the eye, you have pictures of the woman, but he's talking about sugar. You goddamn right. I mean, yeah. It's
You
PG.
good?
Is this PG?
Yeah. Yeah, he talking about
Yeah. You know what I mean? And so, and I say that because I mean, there's other messages out there. I just point that out too, where it's like there's all like, come on, skeet, 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 come on now.
Oh no, we
So
know
exactly how long they did it and didn't realize what was on there, what it meant. They was on the radio and everything. They were pushing it hard. And then as soon as people find out what it is, it's like, oh no, we got to take that down. We knew what it was instantly. You know what I mean? Because we're plugged in. And that's what people understand.
I'm saying, what's your favorite Jay-Z album?
Blueprint.
Yeah, I
Blueprint.
like.
I mean, this, and see, everyone says Reasonable Doubt, but it's just I'm a big kid, man. I'm a big kid, and like that Hard Knock Life is he put that Annie on there, that track on there. It was just like the whole album. But yeah, everyone's Reasonable Doubt. Everyone.
So what is it like? What songs do you play when you getting ready and you trying to get hyped?
His Coming of Age, him and Miss Memphis Bleak.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Coming of Age 2, I done came up, put my life on the line, time to change up. No more second in line. 9-8, these streets is mine.
Yeah, like how you just talked about. I'm pretty sure people probably don't like. The average person probably don't know what they're talking about in that song. Like, so
right.
Like you said, yeah.
But he's giving you the game the whole time. Like he's giving you business the whole time. He's spitting. He's giving you business. Like his last one, like he's talking about, his misstep. You know what I mean? But he's talking about his misstep and he's giving you game. Like he's giving you man game. He's giving you business game. And that's what people don't understand. Like that, and so that's what I listen for when I'm listening to artists. I'm looking to, all right, what are they trying to get me to progress? And then I try to emulate the same thing. You know how many times people have been trying to, Flex, why don't you go play a gangster? I was like, man, because there ain't no gangster bone in my body, man. Like,
so like did you listen to Nipsey Hussle?
I didn't even know who Nipsey Hussle was, to tell you the truth.
I thought
until he passed. Yeah,
Nipsey, to me, I think he's the closest thing to, if you say who's the West Coast Jay-Z, I think it would be Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, I love what he did with the community.
So it's like if Jay-Z was in gangbanging, then you got Nipsey Hussle, because it's like it got gangbanging in because he was in gangbanging, but he talks a lot of the business shit like Jay-Z. So that's why I think when he first came out, Jay-Z, he was selling CDs for $100, and Jay-Z bought like $10,000 of them.
Right.
Yeah, he's solid. You listen to him, man. I think you'll like him.
I've heard him. I didn't know who he was, so I've listened to him since he's passed. You know what I mean? And I was like, who's Nipsey Hussle? Because like I said, I'm off doing my own thing. And when I find out, I was like, man, like he's got different stores. He's buying up the neighborhood. Like he's doing it the right way. I was like, that's what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to build mine. Like I'm out here on my own. I'm out here building mine. And I'm like, man, that's so dope. It's like we have this vision that I want to do. I want to do something like this, and somebody's already doing it down here. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm trying to do it by myself, but he's got people with him. You know what I mean?
His brother,
his squad. He's got organization. You know what I mean? Like when I heard that, I was like, man, why? But you think about it. I mean, yeah, that's sidebar for another time. It's like, why? Yeah, somebody.
Actually, man, I've been having a lot. I live in San Diego, so I had a lot of people I know. They be moving to Washington and Oregon. So is it like cheaper out there? Like what's going on out there? Why people moving out there?
It's cheaper than California.
Mm-hmm.
Is it cheap? I don't know about cheap. I know it's cheap on the East Coast. But I mean, it's livable. The reason why it's livable, they're going to get more land. Depending on where they're going to go. It's very liberal out here. So maybe, I mean, it's liberal down in California too, but I mean,
it be raining out there all the time.
65% of the year.
Yeah, I don't like rain like that, man. I don't like driving in the rain. Like, I'm one of these people I can't see. I be fucking driving slow as fuck. And then you got the people be driving hella fast still. I'm like, bro, I can't do this shit. I hate when it be raining out here.
Right.
So you drive too?
I'm not supposed to.
Oh, all right.
I'm not supposed to,
So,
but I do. I only do it during the day because, like you were saying, seeing during the rain. When it rains out here, it may rain for about 10 minutes and then stop. You got to understand that's how they equate the percentage of how much it rains. It'll rain for like 5 minutes. It might downpour and then just completely stop, and we have sunny for a while. But it's not that bad. You got all 4 seasons. You got good clean air up here. You got space. The only thing is, if you want to go to like a big city, you got Portland, and then what else you got next? You know what I mean? You got Wilsonville, you got Tualatin, and it's a long. It's just in the Northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are some of your interests outside of pro wrestling?
Outside of pro wrestling, I mean, my fighting, my family, man, just reading, man. I like life. I like going out in nature. I like I said, I hear people's problems. I hear those confessions, and I want to help. I feel like every time we come in contact with someone, it's a reason. It may be something that you went through, and you need to give them something. There may be something that I have that I need to give you. Did I say that? Vice versa, and vice versa. So therefore, that's what I like to do. I like people, but then again, I don't like people. I like to hurt people too, and that's kind of why I wrestle.
What do you mean by then again you don't like people?
I hate ignorance, and what I mean by ignorance, we're all humans. Period. No, I don't care if you're male, female, transgender, what have you. We're all human. If you want to go do what you want to do over there, as long as it doesn't affect me, we're good. But if you have a problem with what I'm doing, I don't understand why people are so busy worried about what other people are doing. I really don't.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to live a helping hand to that person, you see something, because that's exactly what I do. Like, I'll see someone doing something well. It's like, man, how can we make that more? How can we make that more? Oh, you're missing this, and I know I come off putting at times, because I'll see something and be like, and because I'm so direct, and because of the way I speak and my presence, and I had to learn how to turn that down. But now it's like pro wrestling. I'm turning it up. Man, I got off on a tangent. See, George, every time you put that pin up, I lose my train of thought, man. I'm over here fiending right now. Look.
I was gonna ask you shit. I always be smoking. You had man, I was like, I usually be smoking like the joints and shit, but
yeah,
you scared me with the honorable shit. I thought you was I was like, I ain't gonna smoke for an honorable one.
Nah, man. And that's the thing. That's the thing, man. If that's what you do, that's what you do. Yeah. And that's me now. It's like, hey, if you want to do that, do that. It doesn't matter who's that. Yes, you can do it out of respect or whatever. But my thing is, I know where I want to go, right? I know where I want to be. I didn't smoke. I went down to Las Vegas versus Pro Wrestling. I think they got a show today down there. Shout out to Versus Pro. D Shade, quit driving. But anyway, they had some cookies down there, and they know I love cookies, man. And they had some weed cookies in there, and that was my first time ever having an edible. Man, mess me up. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I really don't. Yeah. Like, I was doing one of these, like, oh man, I can feel my face, and I was like, here, why am I so paranoid right now? Like, I'm talking to myself the whole time, like, oh man,
yeah, it's weird with me, man. Like the edibles, they just make me go to sleep.
Oh really?
My digestive system is a little different, but when I take the edibles, I just go to sleep.
Oh, I was out after a while.
Yeah. I would say so. So what's next for you in your career? What you working on next?
I'll be in Colorado, believe on the 18th of April. I've been doing. I just actually look. I'm a regional star now. Did a COVID commercial for the region for the the health authority. They wanted a wrestler. They found myself and Doc and one of the referees, Bob. So next, man, I'm trying to get out there and work. I'm trying to work. There's COVID's gonna be dying down. Like people are getting vaccines. People are wearing masks. Like what's next is working. I know I'm down in Colorado, trying to get down to Hollywood with them boys. Man, if we can
get the championship,
championship, yeah.
That's David Marquez, right?
Yes.
I like that because that's kind of like he affiliated with NWA, but I like them. I watch him sometimes when I see it because they got a lot of stuff on YouTube. Even I know this is like the championship wrestling. They got one in Arizona. I saw one in Memphis, so it's like they're all over.
Yeah, they're spreading their wings, and that's what I like about them. I know when I was training, I was like, oh, I want to go down there. I want to work down there. But it just didn't work out for me to get down there. Especially, I wasn't good enough. Let's just be real. I just wasn't good enough. I had worked a couple TV matches underneath the hood, but I wasn't good enough at the time to go down there.
So are you good enough now?
Absolutely. I can work anywhere. I can work anywhere. I can work anywhere. I can do any style. You know what I mean?
What made you get? What happened? So how did you just train more training?
Yeah, absolutely. It just takes time to the matches, having matches, getting in there. You get better with age and wisdom. You know what I mean? A lot of people catch on. Look, I got hit by that car back when I was 6, so hip out. I learned slower now. You know what I mean? Soft skull at the time, so I learn a lot slower. But then when I catch up, so my brain has been trying to catch up to my body this whole time. You know what I mean? And so now that it's happened, it's like, let's go. Like let's go hurt some people, make some money. I'm sitting there looking for, and then I'm trying to bring back the territories. I really love that idea, especially out here in Oregon. I'm working with Portland Lucha Libre out here. And we're trying to get a partnership with a couple of different lodges out here so that we can run shows out there.
I think the closest people, I mean, it's not a territory, but I like how All Elite, like they're working with Impact a little bit. Looks like they're working with NWA. They're working with New Japan. So they're starting it. Like they doing it a little bit.
Correct. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like they can start it. They got the funds to do it right now. We need the funds. I need to be like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and be like, yo, all you have to do is donate 5 cents a day. 5 cents a day. That's it. 5 cents a day. Not only are we going to help boost the economy, we're going to with jobs, but we're going to change the mindsets out here as well. You know what I mean? Just 5 cents a day. Help some people out.
I watch a lot of. I've been watching a lot of the Mexican wrestling and the Japan, New Japan. I watched the AAA and the CMLL. Have you been over there yet? And if not, have you thought about going over there? Like either one, Mexico or Japan?
CMLL has been on my radar for a while. I was actually scheduled to go down last summer before COVID hit. And so it was like, bro, it's like, what are you telling me? Maybe it was, I'm not ready to do it yet. Maybe it needs to slow down. Maybe I need to sit back and listen and find out what's going on. I always take it on myself when something happens. I try not to push it off on other people. Now, let's put it now. I wasn't always that way. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like you was talking about your coach back in the day, the Brazilian. He taught you how to protect yourself in the ring. Then I was like, how does that work when you wrestling in like Mexico or Japan? Because I saw this clip of Kenny Omega and he did his move where he like jump over the rope and go outside. Man, I swear that dude didn't try to catch him. He didn't really catch him. Like Kenny Omega flipped and his foot hit him right there, but dude didn't catch him and he just hit the fucking ground. I was like, man, that dude probably did that shit on purpose because he probably like, oh, he an outsider coming in from the US. So I was like, man, they probably don't protect you all the way like that. But
hey, man, it makes sense to me. They're in a fight, right?
yeah,
he dodged, man. How you gonna get mad at the man for dodging him? How you gonna catch him? You know what I mean? Like, no. And that's what you gotta think about. Like, if you were in a fight, you see somebody coming at you, you're gonna sit there and look at them. I know you see it in the movies all the time, but you're gonna sit there and watch it. Oh no, there's a body coming at me. Are you gonna get out the way?
And then like another wrestler I see that.
You just gonna skip over the question.
What I'm saying, man, I was like, damn, he did shit. It's like he tried to, but at the same time he did try. I was like, yeah. But I would say, did you ever what about, have you ever looked into like Puerto Rican wrestling? I know they got their own wrestling out there, even though we don't talk about it as much. I know the Colognes been out there for a long time doing their thing.
Right. I'm glad you said that too. When I was at the Harley Race Academy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm telling you, I drove out there by myself and everything. Wasn't supposed to, but there's a gentleman there who's fighting cancer. Who was there? Who's fighting cancer right now? And he was down there, and I met this dude. I was like, oh man, this cool brother, because I was Flex Walker at the time, and he's his name was Walker as well. So BJ Walker. So shout out to BJ Walker. I'm glad you're doing well. Hope to see you in the ring soon. But he was wrestling out in Puerto Rico for a while. And I was like, man, I would love to get out there, you know. He was like, yeah, you know, so we get to know each other. We go out there, and I just lost contact with him. And yeah, then finally found out, you know, he's going through cancer and everything. I reached out, you know, said a prayer and everything. It's like, man, he's doing so well now. But BJ Walker is a brother. I think he's in Detroit. But yeah.
Yeah, Harley Race the GOAT though, man.
I won't know about the GOAT. I think Stone Cold is the GOAT.
One of the GOATs. I'm talking about.
I take that back. Ric Flair is the GOAT.
Man, I think Harley Race got Ric Flair. I think
come on, man. Ric Flair is the GOAT. If we're gonna sit here and have a debate over
would you agree on this? Harley Race passed the torch to Ric Flair. Harley Race was the guy when that Starrcade happened and he beat Harley Race. That's when Ric Flair took off. So if he didn't have Harley Race, I don't think Ric Flair would have been like that, like how he is. I think he needed to beat Harley Race.
I feel that.
Because Harley Race had the belt. Wasn't he the one that had the belt the most times before Ric Flair?
Yes, but I mean, passing the torch, it's all about what you do with it when you get it, right? So even though you know he passed it to him, there would be no. Yes, we always pay homage to the ancestors, you know, those that came before us, right? We always do that. But he took that and he ran with it. Like, did you see what he did with it, and still to this day doing with it?
Yeah, only reason I brought up Harley Race because I was gonna say, man, like I was like watching his old matches. And I'm like, damn, Triple H took a lot of his moves. Like, it really, like, when you look at Triple H, I see Harley Race. So even now, like how you said, what did he do with it? He built Triple H. Like, Triple H stole his damn moveset pretty much. So it's like, Triple H, it would be no Triple H if it wasn't no Harley Race. So
that's fair.
Yeah, I'd be like, damn, but I don't know. Like, I'm a big fan now of going back and looking at the old wrestlers. Like, I see where all the new wrestlers what's up, my homie? Period. That's my homie Jefferson.
Bang bang.
Yeah, I see where the newer wrestlers got their style from, and I like that.
Yeah, it's a revolving wheel, man. Everything is a cycle.
Also, we might wrap up, but shit, I'll be talking wrestling, man. I lose thought. But I also just found out that Norman Smiley used to wrestle in Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, his name was Black Magic. He had the belt and everything.
Nice.
Yeah, but then you know how they brought him to WCW and had him on that comedy shit. But he actually really fucking like he had the belt, bro. Like for that,
he's the man though. He is the man though. Like if you see how good a shape he is in right now. He's still doing it. He's still training people and everything. He's doing what
his name was Black Magic. But then they put him WCW and they made him the Norman Smiley. But I'm like, you wouldn't even know like how they had him in WCW. You wouldn't know this guy was kicking ass in Mexico for years.
Right. He was down there in Mexico building his value. They saw something and they brought him up. And that's what it's all about. That's what people don't understand. Build your value. That's life, wrestling. No matter where you go, build your value, and show it off. Do the work. Show it off some more. Market. That's what it is, right? Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm coming. Like these eyes. As soon as I get my contacts, hey. Social media gonna get tired of me. Websites being built right now and everything. Merch is already here. Just gonna put it up. So,
but yeah, man, appreciate talking to you, man. We almost hit an hour.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice. I get to talking and then I get on my tangents, and then Ultimate Warrior starts talking to me, and I get on my tangents, and it's like, yo, what?
Yeah, I got Ultimate Warrior tattoo. You can't.
Nah, I can't see that.
I don't know how to show it. You can't.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it.
You see it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, nice.
And a WWF tattoo, but yeah, I like Ultimate Warrior too. But like,
you work for them?
No, I just.
Oh,
no, man, it wasn't even like, I don't know. I think like with me, man, it was just like I was a little kid. It's like,
yeah.
Like that's just like my Batman, my Superman. You know what I'm saying? It's just like character to me. Not that person per se, because I've been hearing that Warrior wasn't the best person, but what he represented with that character is what I was talking about. So even like how we back to Hogan, you like that?
Absolutely.
Because even that shit was funny, man. You remember I asked you what song you play to get you hyped? So the day I had my tryout, man, I was driving to the tryout. And then I was bumping that Real American. I was bumping that shit. That shit got me so hyped.
Yeah.
You get it? That shit get you hyped, boy. Like, I was hyped. I was like,
You're a fool. I don't think I ever gave you my 5 though. Like right now, we talking about living all time. I got to look because we on the hip hop show. We got to finish the hip hop segment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Jay-Z, Kendrick, Lupe, I haven't heard anything from him in a while. Nas, and Common. I'm always so conscious music. I love conscious music. Something that's gonna help me progress.
So you must like the Roots too.
Yes. Yeah.
So shit. I mean, what about the new cats? What about? I know. Well, as far as conscious rappers, I would say maybe J. Cole, maybe Kendrick.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Kendrick was on there. Yeah, Kendrick was on there. Before my brother passed, he was like, "Man, Kendrick Lamar is going to be the best rapper of all time," and I was like, "No, he's not. Don't do that." And then he came out with that album. I was like, "Come on, man, and we listened to it forwards and backwards. And so,
about Drake,
what's that
about Drake?
He's making his money, man. He's producing his art. You gotta understand, it's hard for me to knock anybody on their hustle. You know what I mean? Everybody's found a niche, right? I listen to it for what I listen to it for. You know what I mean? Drake, he's got some hits out there. You know what I mean? He's made some money. He's still making money. Go make your money. Yeah.
He came out with that damn. He came out with an EP, and it only had 3 songs, and them shits placed 1, 2, 3 on the Billboard. He only had 3 songs on the EP in the 1, 2, 3. Like, that shit never happened before. That shit was crazy. Like, what?
People don't understand, man. The most powerful thing in the world is a woman, right? You get the women behind you. Guess what? You're gonna blow up, right? Look what happened to LL. Look what happened to Tyler Perry. I like, come on now. Exactly. Like that's what it is, and people don't understand that. Like, and they're organized as ever now. So I didn't tell you I worked in law enforcement. I used to ask the guys there all the time, even the people I work with, the inmates. We can't say that anymore, can you? I would always ask them, Scarface or Godfather?
The movie, which movie is better?
Yeah. Sorry, I should have gave you my. Yeah,
I like Scarface better.
Right. So when I asked that question, I should have told you before, and I should have said the reason why I asked that. I look for how I'm going to gauge the person, right? and this is just me, nothing on you. So when I look at when you just answered Scarface, right? I would say Godfather. The reason why I say Godfather, I looked at he had a plan, they had a plan, they kept it in the family, longevity and everything, right? Long game, Godfather. I like the long game, and that's the way I look at that. Then I look at Scarface. Yes, he was down and out, still came over to another country, similar stories, but he was all about that instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he ended up going. Because yes, he planned, yes, he can get stuff done. And I was like, I don't want that mindset. You know what I mean? Like, I understand, I wouldn't do what they were doing anyway, but their mindset on what drove them, why they did this, why they chose to do that. I just look at instant gratification. It's like, I'd rather work with someone who's going to do something long-term as opposed to, oh, let's go ahead and get this quick fix. Because then I think of addictive behavior.
Yeah, I never watched Godfather all the way through like that.
Yeah.
We got the whole DVD thing, but
yeah.
I don't watch movies like that. Like, instead of watching movies, I'm watching wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm watching wrestling, I'm watching UFC or watching boxing. So
yeah.
I don't got time. I just watch wrestling all day. Yeah. Like, I just watch. I like. What are your favorite organizations right now in wrestling?
Right now, well, Portland Lucha Libre, soon to be Pro Lucha. Okay. That's up here in the Pacific Northwest. I like watching Defy. I just like the atmosphere. I really do. I walked in there one time and I was like, oh man. Also, New Championship for Hollywood. I've been watching a lot of Ring of Honor. I like how they slow things down there. Well, some of the guys they slow things down, and they're the stories they're telling on there. I like the stories they're telling in the ring in there.
I like their matches, but I just feel like they're I don't know, something with their presentation is kind of like slow. Like, the match is cool, but it's just like outside the matches, like everything else kind of like you die down a little bit with me. But I like them. I watch them.
It's about because they're about their talent. You know what I mean? They're about the art of wrestling. You know.
And then I'd be like, damn, man. Like, sometimes it's like you watch. It would be a whole hour show, and you watch it'd be two matches. Like, damn, what else is that? Right. Like, shit. But I try to watch it though. I like it.
And so I've been lately watching a lot of World of Sport. And I know you're talking about promotions right now, but I've been watching a lot of World of Sport. Like I'll sit there and put it on my phone. So after time, I'll just sit there and just watch the figures move. And I'm like, oh man, what was that? And I'll sit there and I'll scroll back. But I really like Johnny Saint on those too. So, are you familiar with World of Sport, like England?
No, where's that from? That's all I gotta check that out.
England, yeah.
Oh, okay. Nah, man, what got me mad? Like, I know this don't got nothing to do with that one, but I was watching like NXT. I was trying to watch the NXT UK. Man, I ain't seen not one black person on there and I was watching it for like a whole month. And I'm like, what are black people at? So once I was like, man, I ain't watching this shit no more. I know it's some black people wrestling in the UK, and they ain't show not one. I still haven't seen a black wrestler on the UK. So I'm like, why ain't no black wrestlers on that UK show?
Okay, you're asking why. Let's ask a question. Are they talented enough to be on the ring? Can they tell the story? Does it fit their present? Now, I want to say fit their presentation. Does it fit the direction that they're going in the UK? You know what I mean? Do they mesh well with these other characters that they have there? And that's what I look at. So I never want to be like, oh, I'm gonna go straight to, oh man, why don't I used to be that way all the time? But
the reason I talk like the way I talk because I like to see representation of us.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna sit there. I mean, whoever else, yeah, but I'm not gonna watch it if I don't see at least one of us on there that I can cheer for. I'm not saying the whole thing, you gotta have a black champion and all that, but shit, I at least want to see one brother. Like, even if you go to the Japan, you watch New Japan, they always got one American on there. At least, like, I just want to see one of us. Like, I didn't see none of us on there.
It's a different style, man. And I'm not gonna say, but then look at if we go back and let's not think stereotypes. Let's think about black wrestlers. When we wrestle, what do we represent when we're wrestling? Let me ask that question. What kind of characters do we portray when we're wrestling?
You want me to go back to the back in the day or start now?
Just wherever, like just name,
Well,
because
like I said before, I think,
it leans other places, right? It
yeah.
leans.
So, but I'm saying, so Ernie Ladd, I don't think Ernie Ladd he was a football player. Bobo Brazil,
Athlete.
he didn't do nothing crazy. But then you had Kamala. They had Kamala, like he African. They tried to do Tony Abbott like that, make him play that role. And then, it's kind of clearing up now because you don't got Lashley doing nothing crazy. You had Booker T, he wasn't doing nothing too crazy. So it got better. But I mean, it seemed like with every culture, they make them play like, they had the Mexican, they had Tito Santana. He had to be a luchador or wearing a sombrero and shit. So, or even the Asians, they always have it where they can't talk or they, karate and shit like that. So they still play into the stereotypes sometimes.
Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
I mean, I'd say it's not a good thing, but it is what it is. It's not a good thing, though. I don't think you should. But some of it, like, it's not necessarily okay. Like, okay, that samurais come from Asia. So if you got an Asian, so it kind of, I guess, they're trying to make TV. They got to build characters. You got to look at it like that.
Right. And so, and that's why I asked you those questions, right? So now let's go to England. Though any of those characters that you just named, who is there? I know I can go work there. You know what I mean? I haven't put my information out there, but are we reaching out to these people? Are we reaching out to England to try to get on there? You know what I mean? It was like, so I tried to ask questions to help solve it. It's like, okay, why is this person? Why is it like? And that's what you're doing. It's like, why are there no black people here? Well, let me go find out why aren't there black people here?
So you say you can go over there.
I know I can. Like I said, I can work any style because they're wrestling out there. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. I love the ground and transitions and everything. But to your point, when you look at the black wrestlers, it's usually powerful, right? You're powerful, you're strong. You know what I mean? And we're explosive. It's hard to be explosive in trying to slow down and trying to contain that. And I'm not saying like they can do whatever they want. It's just, I just know that, boom, like it takes a
different style.
Yeah, it's just a different style because that's what they do over there.
Yeah, I guess now you got me trying to think about the black technical wrestlers.
Exactly.
I can't think of
exactly.
Yeah, but man, I probably feel bad for saying this, but man, like for the longest, man, I'm talking about till I like grew up. I thought Macho Man was black.
So did I. Oh, so did I. I thought he was a pimp.
I was confused though, because I was like, I thought Macho Man was black, but then I used to see his brother. So I'm like, why his brother white and he's black? I was confused like shit. Then I was like, oh.
I think we claimed him though in the racial draft.
That he had man, he had a crazy tan. That tan had him looking black, man. That's how deep his tan was, like my color.
Yeah, but it didn't matter, it didn't matter. Like, he was entertaining out there. And that's what I hope people can understand. Like, I understand people were playing on stereotypes and everything, but there's a reason for that. I mean, you say stereotype and usually it's us that's doing it. Like, I'm going to be me. I am being Malcolm right now. This is me. Me when I'm sitting at home talking to you right now. You know what I mean? I'm not amped up, ready for a show or anything, even though I'm on a show. This is part of marketing, right? So that's what I want. Like, you see the human. You see, yes, I'm a man. You know what I mean? But I think we did it before or after the show. Before the show, I was in the PWI, and of top black wrestlers, and so I was talking to a couple of my peers out here, and I was like, man, that's all well and good. Like, I'm humbled by that, but I'm not done yet. Like, I want. Not only am I supposed to be higher ranked on that list.
What was your rank?
I believe it was like 170 something. I can't.
So you was in there for black wrestlers, but you wasn't in the one like the wrestlers, the other regular ones.
No. Yeah. And someone would ask me, well, you don't want to be compared with your peers? And I was like, yes, all of my peers,
All of them. Yeah.
all of them. You know what I mean? And then all it meant was, so I had once again mindset. I had to look at, well, what am I doing to? I'm not marketing. I'm not marketing. I'm not. I haven't planned out anything. You know what I mean? And so it's on me. We can all do whatever we want to do as long as we plan, right, and we prepare, right?
Godfather.
What's that?
Like the Godfather.
Yeah, yeah,
Like the movie.
yep, yep.
All right, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. And it took me a while. Like I said, that's slow learning, man. Blind.
So you got merch out already, or you working on it?
Oh yeah, I got merch out right now. Look, you got the Malcolm Phlex shirt right now. You can't see nothing.
Okay, where can you get it at? Where can you get the merch at?
So what you can do, hit me up, DM me on social media, either Instagram, Facebook. DM me, Honorable Malcolm Phlex. I got these in gold as well. The symbol of hope right here, new symbol of hope. You can do whatever you want to, accomplish whatever you want to, and you can be outstanding while you do it. You know what I mean?
That's tight.
And so I was just thinking when I was creating it, I was thinking about something that was going to be a good workout shirt. You know what I mean? Like I like to work out in these. But yeah, DM me on social media. You can follow me on, I would say, Twitter. I don't mess with the Twitter. It's a lot of typing, a lot of squinting. And then I do have YouTube. I do have a couple of matches on YouTube. I have so many more that I haven't put up there. It's just the camera quality is so bad. But yeah, under Malcolm Phlex on YouTube as well. So yeah, no, I appreciate you for having me on here, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I guess like the only person when I'm trying to think about the black technical wrestler, I guess the only one I can really say is probably Booker T. But he was more of a striker than technical. He was like a striker a little bit. So I guess we need more technical wrestlers.
Dude, and that's what I said. I was like, man, I want to get in because I like I said, I love Bret Hart. And so I was like, I'm gonna be the most outstanding there is, the most outstanding there was, and the most outstanding there ever will be, right? So I said, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna be a motherfucking technical wrestler. I'm gonna sit there and grind you down and everything. Well, I got it there and I tried to do that. No one, I would hear everyone around, and it was dead. Like, oh, whatever. As soon as I pick someone up, boom. Oh, that's what they want to see. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think that's where you're at, though. Like, if you was in the UK wrestling like that, then they'll probably appreciate it more.
Right. And it's just, I'm 6 foot 280 right now. You know what I mean? Like me trying to get down there and bend down with another 300-pound person. Like, oh, my knees. Yeah,
no doubt. Well, yeah, man, I appreciate talking to you, bro. It's been a nice conversation. We got to have you on in the future.
Absolutely. Maybe I'll be a little bit more organized on here. And look, I came in here. I was like, oh man, I didn't put anything on the background. I don't have it. I was like, what am I doing? But it's getting better. I have it all set up in the living room right now, just trying to get everything done.
All right, man. I think you already gave me your social media and everything. You got any shout outs?
No, I told you. Oh man, hold on. Yeah, I do. Give me a second. Be right back.
All right. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all check me out too. RapperT-shirts.com. Get you some merch. Shout out to my brother DJ Period. Just two black brothers.
What's that?
No, I was just plugging some stuff while you was up.
All right, look, I'm shooting a commercial for this later on, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you a sneak preview. Make sure you go check out Young Zeke, Dog Crew Entertainment. We got the Nick Aid. See this right here? The Nick Aid. No GMOs, no added sugar, vegan.
You say Young Neek?
Young Zeke, Zeke.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my dude. Met him at 24-hour fitness one day. We're sitting there working out. We clicked automatically. We're like, yo, we got to do some business one day. He came out with these drinks. We're gonna. This was down here in Cali. It's Cali Passion Fruit. Man, it's so good. It tastes like you are doing sugar. You can DM him for the drinks, and he'll mail them out to you.
What song you coming out to right now?
Oh, I just got my own track made. John, he just made me a track. I got a song with Outstanding. So it's my own theme song right now. I I think I have it here. I'll send it to you. We haven't launched it yet. I did it once down in Vegas at Versus Pro. So it was I wanted to go edit it a little bit, and then we're about to send it out here with the titles, pictures, and everything.
All right, y'all. So we out. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. We'll be back. I'll be back on probably Monday. So I'll see y'all. Have a good weekend.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all.